What is God like? Why this talk is important? In psychology, a person's attitude is what is inside him. That's which shapes his emotional and behavioral response to things. How one views the world, his perspective, outlook, or personal disposition is what is inside the person. This matters a lot because any person might develop an unclear vision of the world with wrong or distorted attitude that is the root cause of so much pain and suffering or dysfunctionality in his personal relationship with others. Having a clear vision or correct attitude is like having a 20/20 vision or one with corrective eyeglasses to view reality as it is. This talk is about how a person views God. Awareness of what God is really like influences one on his pursuit for personal happiness and positive behavior, even seeking self-improvement. Love for God, for example, gives a person meaning and purpose to his actions and his very existence. This talk really is about who God is to us. What is God like? In talk number 1, Mr. Tony Medina expounds what God is using the Apostles' Creed and Bible references. It is important that our knowledge become attitude or what is truly inside us, guiding our moral decisions, emotions, and Christian behavior. Tony asked the question, can we know Him? In answer to that, Tony explained that we can know Him in our own human way, but since God's nature is divine, He is beyond our mere human understanding. However, we have ways. One is through our human power of knowledge, and another one is through faith or grace of light from God Himself. In the Nicene Creed, we confess that we believe in one God, the Father Almighty, maker of heaven and earth, of all things visible and invisible. In the Bible, we learn that God is a spirit, and therefore an individual person who knows and loves, who shares to us the same power of knowledge and intellect, having created us in His image and likeness. An individual person, and therefore unique and distinct from any of His created beings and things. A God, eternal, transcends time and space, no beginning and end, subsistent and everlasting. Immutable, cannot change His will or divine plan and purpose for our own existence. Has divine attributes, omnipotence, almighty, omnipresence, God is everywhere, omniscience, God knows all things, even our deepest thought. God is love. The reason for the Son of God becoming human is to teach us personal relationship with God, for us to call Him Father and not fear Him but follow His will because of His love. We trust and follow whom we love. God is light. Jesus talks about the kingdom of light, God providing the grace of faith so we can see clearly the meaning and purpose of everything that happens in relation to God's will or plan for each of us. Important lessons to learn. In the discussion, we were to consider the character of God. Others in the group saw that Jesus Himself shows us character examples called Beatitudes, or the secrets of happiness. These characters can be attributed to God, and we can assimilate it in our own character as correct attitude. When we unite our will with God's will and learn to see with God's eyes, Christian view or perspective about our own challenges and obstacles here on earth, they are to be poor in spirit, detachment from material dependency, not to put our hope on others but God alone, to mourn, to be sorry for pain caused by sins, ours or others, such as corruption, loss of freedom, and loss of human dignity. To be meek, being gentle, patient, and ready to forgive others and ourselves. To hunger and thirst for righteousness. To have a deep longing to seek God's will, sense of right purpose. To be merciful. To be generous, forgiving, compassionate, to relieve the sufferings of other persons, spirit of service. To be pure in heart, morally upright, sincere in thought and motives, guiding good personal relationship. To be peacemakers, work for reconciliation to prevent bitterness, family disputes, lawsuits, hostilities, and war. Overlook being persecuted for righteousness' sake. True paradise is not here on earth, but in the afterlife. In short, faith is a matter of choice. If we do choose to view things in God's light and not from mere human perspective, we learn supernatural outlook. We see real meaning and true purpose, which are essential to our own happiness and personal maturity. For this, we need prayer for faith, hope, and charity, which we can only receive as grace of God. Thank you very much.